Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is the Radix dashboard, and specifically doing lookups, looking at your account history, and doing network staking using the Radix dashboard. It's a little bit of a kind of a Swiss Army knife to do a few different things that you may want to do on the Radix network, and it provides you a nice dApp UI to be able to do those things. So let me switch over to showing you my windows. So I've got set up here my wallet on the right, and I've got the Radix dashboard pull up on the left. The URL is wrong. I'm on a test network right now, but ultimately this is going to be at dashboard.radixdlt.com. It's very simple in the version 1.0. We're obviously going to be adding more features to this in the future, but right now it's really focused on two things. One is doing lookups, kind of like Etherscan. You should be able to just look up things on the network, whether it's resources or accounts, or identities or anything else, like components, all that kind of stuff you can look up by their address. And it also has a network staking feature that provides you a nice dApp UI to be able to participate in staking your XRD to the Radix network. So I'll show you both of those things. First thing I'm going to do is, because this is an actual real Radix Web3 dApp, I can connect to it. So I'm going to click connect here and log in to the dashboard. So it sends a login request to my phone. I've already created my RadMat persona. I could create a different persona if I wanted, but that one's fine. I'm going to log in with that persona. It's also going to ask me for permission to look at some accounts. So this is primarily for the staking feature. Obviously, if it's going to provide me a UI for staking, it needs to know what accounts do I want to use to do staking from. So I'm going to share some accounts here. In fact, I'll just share all 3 of the accounts that I've created. And the response goes back to the dApp. That here's the login. I'm logged in as RadMat. Here are the accounts that I'm sharing. And here I'm logged in as RadMat. So first of all, let's look at the lookups. And an easy one to do is to do an account address lookup. So I'm actually going to, for convenience, I'm going to pull this menu up again, and I'm just going to copy one of these addresses. So I'm going to click the copy button here. And now I've got the address for one of my accounts. So if I paste that in to the search field here, so this is the full account address rather than the abbreviated one, and hit return, and it'll bring up some information about that account. So it'll show me a listing of the accounts, the tokens that are in the account. I can even see the NFTs in here, and I can go to recent transactions. So this is going to be useful. If you want to see a history of account, this is the easiest way to do it for right now. You can put your account address here, you can go to this recent transactions history, and you can see more information about some of those transactions that have happened. Very, very simple for now. Again, this is v1.0. We're going to be adding more features to this as well. And also a future update to the Radix wallet is going to enable an in-app history view. That's obviously something that we need to have in there. It didn't quite make the cut for v1.0. We've got some really cool ideas for a very nice to use history view that allows you to do some filtering and stuff like this. But that UI is going to take a little bit of work, so it's not in the very first release. For now, you can get the basics of app history, or of account history rather, on the dashboard. So you can do the same thing here. Let's say if I searched for, let's say, the candy token and did a search for that, I can see more information about the candy token. I can see it's associated with the Gumball Club. This is an interesting feature we have where we use metadata to provide a verified association with various dApps. In fact, I can click on that dApp and see more information about it. A dApp is basically a special kind of account that has some metadata on it. So you can go around and you can look all this kind of stuff up on the dashboard, just basic utility function.